Só de matraca, lança granada. Se deu vacilo, o bandido vai te fuzilar. Aguenta queimado, café espantado. O roletinho do céuzinho, cambada de arrombado. Abriu a boca, cara, tu adora pagar. Tô de pistola, escopeta, pronto pra atirar. A bala com a missão.
Look, the think tank. Vida loca. Look, the think tank. In a couple of years.
Pretty steep.
Eles arrancam sua cabeça, tiram seu coração. É melhor pensar direito, vem com a gente, meu irmão. Vou te dar um papo reto. Ninguém é comandado, o comando é disciplina. Tamo junto e misturado, só confio no Senhor. Ele traz tranquilidade, avisa que eu vou pegar baby landa da cidade. Acima das caras, cai. Demora pra nós na cena. Não vai parar de
Could be that we're caught up in the modern idea, right? That's coming from the 20th century. That this is a step up. That we are creating a better individual and a better city, let's say. However, it might also be shooting ourselves in the foot. Because it might be that the cities we all like to go to, Morocco, Cairo, Saint-Germain-des-Prés in Paris, is all based on the model of Paraisópolis, of an urban life at a street level.
Quite surprising that it survived, that this area here survived in this condition. And one can wonder if such a green site should really be built next to a settlement of Paraisópolis, which seems to be actually not very dense. From the soccer pitch we saw the buildings around it are about 2 to 3 floors high maximum. And the building that we walked into maybe did the right thing, just put another floor on top. If you do this throughout Paraisópolis, you could maybe maintain a reserve here, which would be an interesting buffer zone also between the neighborhoods around it.
Paraisópolis has the double paradox of a grid and then an informal city on top of it. It's a very unusual case. And a hilly landscape.
Yeah.
In Mexico you have grid and informal.
Right.
But it's flat.
It's flat.
So there's a couple of conditions that are quite interesting that make, and it's in an incredibly rich enclave.
It could be intentionally nonsensical.
Yeah.
Because if an area is controlled by drug lords, it's not in their interest to have people know how to get around.
It's very recent.
Very recent, very new.
Very new. Very new.
Okay.
How new, maybe? How many years?
No, not years. Months. Months.
So you see what people can build in months, right?
Yes. Some house days.
Yeah, some houses days.
So from the desde el punto de vista de ingeniería estructura, ¿cuál es el problema de esos edificios?
Dessas construções nenhuma. O problema só
It's worthwhile not treating it as just any other city or as any other part of the city. It's quite unusual. It's almost as unusual as Ibirapuera Park by Niemeyer.
Yeah.
It's almost as unusual as other icons of the city. Avenida Paulista. So if we were to make 15 icons of Sao Paulo city, Paraisópolis would be one of them.
Jaque não, por favor. Se eu pisar em você. Nossa, pisei até na Jaque.
We don't have money to expropriate the entire slum, just an area. So we have created another mechanism to give some kind of benefit to the owners. That is to give them a kind of title to construct in another area of the city above the minimum permitted, you know? If they,
The original owners, the original owners.
yes, they get a
So if I own
bonus.
property here now,
Yeah.
I give the government my property, and I can develop another piece of my property at a higher density than would typically be allowed. Of course. Okay.
For example, there's one owner that he owns from here to here. They own a lot of land. They don't want to donate in exchange of that because they don't believe in the transfers of rights. This is the area in 1996. This is Grotinho. So you see you have empty areas here. Pode passar. This is 2000. So it grew, the number of occupation grew, everything is different. Pode passar. And this is 2008. So this area, nobody was living there when we did the designs. This was not there. Okay, so it changes all the time. We have workshops by the population. Young people, women are our target usually. Okay, in these meetings, they participate more. Interviews with local leaders, organizations, meeting, workshops, everything from all the sectors. We have social organization units and other facilities on the first floor, so we have no apartments on this floor.
Esses agrupamentos de até 200 unidades habitacionais.
200, after 200 groupings of apartments, it gets chaotic.
Uncontrollable, too many people who don't know each other, etc.
Because they were still assuming that there was a one entrance, one common building.
¿Y de dónde viene esa agua? ¿De dónde viene?
Essa água, tanto ela vem mais esgoto. E quando lava a Sabesp, ela joga nesse local também. Tem um abastecimento da Sabesp e quando lava passa por aqui também. Então às vezes que está chovendo e que está lavando o abastecimento causa enchente aqui nesse local.
Okay.
And the family lives, the person becomes old and they have the support of the family because they all live together. If a family moves into an apartment, for example, the father and the mother and the kids get married, they have to leave the house. So the people, they grow old alone in the apartment.
Do we have any confirmation that people who have their own individual homes, their door, their stair, from even bad condition, actually are happy to move in to these middle class high blocks that can be high into small 50 square meter? We know the law dictates it, but she asks, is there a confirmation that that is what they want?
We don't have many complaints. Usually people, of course, when they're leaving their houses and if their houses is too big, which is not very common, then they will refuse to go at the beginning. But then when they go and they see that everything is ready, and they're usually very happy to go. There isn't much problem.
E que pensa você de la calle, de la rua, que vai passar?
A gente está brigando para ele, pelo menos dar a casa para a gente melhor, né? Melhores condições para a gente poder pagar, que tem muita gente que não pode pagar, né, os apartamentos. Então a gente está brigando para isso, para toda a gente conseguir moradia antes de passar a rua.
What we believe is these people, although they spent money and they invested in their houses during their lives and in building it, they built it in a place that wasn't theirs.
É agregar em nível de presidente da União dos Moradores para poder fazer o melhor para a comunidade. Aqui é uma comunidade com 17 mil habitantes, 4 mil moradias, né? Chegando
4 mil moradias.
4 mil moradias e estamos aí nessa tarefa e nessa luta.
The biggest problem in Paraisópolis is the contrast between the community and the outside. So you won't have as much crime inside Paraisópolis, but you have a lot of crime just outside.
Where's our side? ¿Dónde está el muro de nuestro terreno 6?
O muro é aqui.
O muro aqui.
Isso é, pra cá não é mais 6.
So, vamos a poner el plano como es en realidad.
É, eu acho que, acho que tá virado.
Yo creo que está arriba, ¿no? ¿No es así? ¿Así?
Não, eu acho que é assim mesmo. Eu acho que é assim, ó, assim. Essa cerca é essa cerca.
Ah, então é mais pra cá, na verdade.
É, sim, mais.
Se tu falas muitas palavras sutis, se gostas de senhas, sussurros, ardis, a lei tem ouvidos pra te delatar nas pedras do teu próprio lar. Se trazes no bolso a contravenção, muambas, baganas e nem um tostão, a lei te vigia, bandido infeliz, com seus olhos de raio-x. Se vives nas sombras, frequentas porões, se tramas assaltos ou revoluções, a lei te procura amanhã de manhã, com seu faro de Doberman. E se definitivamente a sociedade só te tem desprezo e horror, e mesmo nas galeras és nocivo, és um estorvo, és um tumor, a lei fecha o livro, te pregam na cruz, depois chamam o